Alright, that's my man right there. Lenny James Morgan. He is back. Okay, this is my first ever Walking Dead video. I love the show, but for whatever reason I just never did a video. But this season was, the beginning of this season was so spectacular that I was like, oh, I got to tell people how I feel about this. So it will be, I'm letting you know, spoiler alerts, not just for the movie but for the comic book as well, because I read the comic book and I love that. That's how I got hooked on it, from reading. Well, I started watching the show and then I started reading the comic book, so I'm hooked on both of them. Love it, love it, love it. Now let's get into it. Carol is totally bad. The woman is serious. I thought Michonne is serious. Carol is right there with Michonne. Carol went from the little abused housewife to now she's going around. Well, last season she killed a little girl, the crazy little girl. She had to kill the crazy little girl. But so she went from that to now she's killing zombies, smearing zombie guts all over her, going around blowing up stuff, killing people, just doing everything she can to make sure her people are safe and they're out of harm's way. I mean, Carol is just she totally does it up in this episode. I just love it. I love everything she does. I was worried that she was going to get caught. Every time she started moving around inside Terminus, I was just like, oh my gosh, she's going to get caught. Oh my gosh, she's going to get caught. So I was like on the edge of my seat the entire time, screaming and howling. And every time they kind of show her, they show a door or something behind, I'm like, oh, somebody's going to come in and catch her. So when that woman comes in and catches her, it's like, turn around, I want to see your face. And Carol just turned. Carol was just smooth. She didn't tremble. She just turned around and looked at her like, what? And then, they hit his backstory. Oh, it wasn't like this before. We were raped. We were murdered. Well, that does not justify you now luring people to Terminus and then beating them in the head with a baseball bat, cutting their throats, and then chopping them up and then serving them on a platter. No. That just because it happened to you doesn't give you the right to do it to anybody else. And you're even worse than the people that did it to you, because you're actually luring people. You're telling them, come to Terminus, y'all will be welcome, all is safe, it's going to be good, everything's going to be fine, come here and we'll live happy ever after. They're coming there and you're going to slaughter them. So there was this talk about, do the people in Terminus deserve to die? They were just trying to, survive. It was the circumstances. They weren't like this. No, them people deserve to die. They deserved everything they got. And the funny thing was, now everybody's hollering, let me out of they got these people in these tanker trucks and everything, and they're like, let me out of these cars, let me out. And they're howling while they're killing them and everything. And when they get killed, they start howling and screaming. No. And the one guy that was butchering everybody, when Rick goes to kill, no, always no. Well, you weren't hollering no when you were slicing and dicing up everybody else. So yes, the people in Terminus deserve to die. I was happy to see them die. And I was like Rick, when at the end Rick was like, no, we got to go back and kill them. I was like, that's how I felt, because my thing is, these people, you leave them alive, they're going to regroup and start doing the same thing over again, so other people will fall into the trap. So I'm hoping they go back and kill them people. Now, Tyrese at first was starting to kind of get on my nerves the way Rick did in the first season, where Rick didn't want to kill anybody and Shane kept saying, it's not like before, Rick, it's not like before, you got to kill people. Tyrese didn't want to kill nobody. If he had, and like he said, but the guy was like, you're gonna die today. And Tyree's like, you don't know what I've done. Yeah, I know you've done some bad things, but look, this dude's gonna kill you. It kind of reminded me of Rick and Randall in that third season, when Rick brought Randall back to the farm and then he didn't want to kill him. They drive him 18 miles out and he finds this great excuse not to kill him. Well, he knows where the farm is. And he gets into a fight with Shane and all of that stuff. So, then again, you got to bring him back, and Tyrese is sitting there talking to this dude, and I'm like, this is Randall all over again. But I knew that Tyrese was going to kill that guy. There was no way that Tyrese was going to get out of that little shed without killing this dude. That dude wasn't going to have it. So when he threatened to kill the babe and told Tyrese to get out and go out there with the zombies, I knew every last one of them zombies were going to die, and that Tyrese was coming there to kill him. So I was happy. I was just waiting for it. Kind of like I knew Carol was going to save them. I just didn't know how or when. I was just waiting for it. And it was kind of like, I can't remember which character it was in the comic book, but it was like one of the characters left when they were still at the prison and she came back and saved them. That's what Carol did. I think that's the role she played in this one. What else? Daryl and Carol's reunion. I am so glad they're back together. I mean, everybody's talking about is there a relationship between them, whatever, but I don't know. But I just know those two people love each other because of Sophia, because Daryl looked for Sophia so fiercely, and so that's where their connection is. He just loves her so much and she loves him, and I'm glad that Rick welcomed her back. I mean, what else was he going to do? They're alive because of her. And I love the way, he said, did you do this? And she was kind of just like, yeah, and she was just so sad, and she was sorry for everything she'd done as far as killing Tyrese's girlfriend and all of that stuff. But things happen for a reason, and if Rick hadn't sent Carol away and Carol somehow found her way back, they would be dead right now. Carol saved everybody's behind. Now the cool thing is, now Rick has totally changed from, I mean, if Shane were alive today, Shane would be proud of Rick. Shane would be like jumping up for joy with Rick, because Rick went from we don't kill the living to kill them all. We got to go back there and kill them all. So that's kind of cool. And like I said, I don't blame him for wanting to kill all those people. But the best part at the end, my man Lenny James Morgan is back. So I'm like, okay, it is on. I love that character. I love this actor. He is so great. He's so powerful. I mean, everything he does, I love the sound of his voice. I love the way he walks, the way he talks. Everything about this guy just lets you know, okay, we're going to have some fun with this season. So I will see you guys probably next week. I'm going to try to do this every time, every week, every episode, because I just love The Walking Dead. I mean, it's a great show. So I will see you guys next week. Have fun. Stay alive. Peace.